Hello lovelies. I'm not sure who's online and can see this just yet, but I'm here, sitting at my desk space, thinking about what I want to say to everyone. Imbolc is always one of the quiet festivals, I think, because it's not as big and colourful as the famous ones like Beltane or Samhain, but Imbolc's one of the in-between festivals, and I am really aware of how mad this year and last year have been, and it's taken so much energy for me to even get to this point, to sit here and talk to you, because it seems as if everything at the moment is taking that much more energy than it would ordinarily. Because even though the UK is still on lockdown, it's the third lockdown and we are not really sure what's going to happen. So while we're trying to remain hopeful, I think it's a very limbo-like place. So we're literally living in the in-between places right now. And January's a hard month. January is never easy after the partying of Christmas, such as that was. I think that was mostly online last year. But we sit here at the end of January, and we've made it so far. We've made it 31 days in. And I've seen the jokes online about this month lasting so many years. We really do feel, I think, as a planet, that we're so uncertain right now. But I wanted to do this. I wanted to do something. I don't want to show myself on here for once, because I'm really not comfortable with that right now. This isn't about me. This is a variation on what I do on Imbolc, because it's variations on some things that I've picked up over the years, but it's also simple because that's how this feels to me. And I see other people talking about what it means to them, and that's absolutely fine. But this is for anyone. Doesn't matter what your label is. It doesn't matter if you're a witch or a druid or a heathen or anything really. This is just being here on this day. I'm glad that I could do this. I'm glad that I could put this out there, because, as I say, I have very low energy right now. And what we have here is a candle from Ireland, which has been dedicated to Caridwen. Oh, and we have dogs back from a walk.
Sorry.
Such is life. We have a candle from Ireland, which got a little bit smooshed in transit. I don't know if you can see, but that kind of seemed appropriate to me. And I have a silk rose, which was sent by a yarny friend as part of a box of goodies for supporting them. And that's such a huge thing at the moment, is supporting our Can you hear this? This is puppy dogs who want their food. Ah dear. Hold on, you see this? These are puppy dogs who want their food and don't care that I'm sitting in here working. So, this is life. This has been my Sunday.
Enough. Stop.
Ah dear. You'll hear dogs chewing in a minute. So, here we go. That's life. And it strikes me that this is so typical, because I've been in rituals where we've been outside in the park when we were allowed to do such things, and dogs would come romping over and join in the circle, going, "Hello, you've got food, and you have fuss, and we're here, and can we join in?" And I'm sure people get very cross about such things, but such is life, isn't it, really? We have the puppers invading full of joy, and I think that's something that's keeping everyone going. We had these two in the park this morning, our two dogs, and meeting other dog walkers and just chatting. It seems very normal, and I think that seems like a proper privilege right now, because what's normal anymore? So I hope everyone is keeping well. If you want to join in, I'll be starting in a second. I'm just sort of talking to let latecomers join us. If you want to join in with what I'm doing, have a candle to hand. Have a lighter or matches or something, because those are the other things that you forget in ritual. It is lovely to see everyone's names. Some of you I've met and some of you I haven't. Dogs are going off to do other things. I hope everyone is well. I hope you're all well. I know a lot of people aren't, and I know a fair few people who are recovering from COVID. I have invited people who are stuck at home alone in their beds, and they've said it depends what energy they've got, to be honest, and that's true. So, let's see. I think that's long enough time for latecomers. If people join in late, this is going to be on YouTube afterwards anyway, so people can pick it up and do whatever they want. But as I say, this is a variation on rituals that I do every Imbolc. I'm normally sitting on the floor because that seems to be the right thing, but right now I'm at my desk because it's easier to film. So we sit here at Imbolc, we sit here at this in-between time. We've just passed a full moon. We're in the middle of winter still, but the days are growing longer, very, very slowly. We keep breathing. We keep breathing. We keep moving. If we're stuck at home, we make that what we need it to be. If we're able to go out, we can feel the earth beneath us and the sky above. Even if we look out of the window to see the moon, which I'm sure will be rising soon. There have been a lot of people aware of astrological events during this time. And it's rather wonderful, because we are one star among many, aren't we? So, we are here together at this end of January, this dark night. Apparently it is 0 degrees outside, which I think is fine for the time of year. I don't know. But I always think of our ancestors at this time, and this particular festival, because they didn't have the lights that we have, they didn't have the central heating, and there are lots of people now who don't have that for various reasons. but we are able to have the light that gives us more time in the day to do things. We are able to have the heat to keep us warm and to keep our food nourishing, I suppose. Despite all of the madness in the supermarkets, we have the food which our ancestors could never dream of. We have so much. They would be coming to the end of the stores, saved over the winter. We have things sent from all over the world. Even with the craziness of the European incidents, which I will not speak its name at the moment, we still have all the food we need. And we sit here and just breathe and be thankful. Be glad we're still here. Be glad we're still breathing. We remember those who've passed. We remember those who haven't got this technology. Mostly grandparents, I think, but also those who can't afford it. I sit here, listening to my dogs mucking about. I'm glad that I'm not alone right now. I'm glad of everyone who is here. I'm glad of everyone that I see on social media. And I'm glad of the technology that means we can do that. Because I remember the early days of the internet. This would not have been possible. I remember if this had happened, if we were younger, I think youngsters would have been out playing in the playground still, just trying to distance, but otherwise we would have been at home reading or watching one of the 3 television channels. We are here at this point in time. We are living through this, and we are sharing stories. We are telling our stories, we are listening to others, and we are seeing things break around us and reform. I see what my American friends are going through. I see what my country people are experiencing. And I see the confusion in so many places right now. But I am here. I have light, and I have heat, and I have companionship. And I have the energy to do this, because this is such a small thing. But I hold the space. If you have a candle, have a look at it. It's wax, string. I've got a crystal. Some herbs in here, I think. It's so simple. But just the fire that keeps us going is so important. Because we are going through these dark times. We really are. And to be feeling out of sorts is entirely expected, I think. But the world still turns. We are still here for each other. As we come together for this very modern version of a very ancient festival, whose form we can't really know, only we know that they did it. We try to keep our shared fire burning. I do normally use matches, but I can't with a phone in my hand. So I light the candle. I feel the heat. I see the flame. And it's interesting. Outside of this screen I can see a tiny flame burning, but on the screen it seems like a glow, like a little tiny fire. And making me think of perspective. I'm wondering who's seeing this across how many miles. And I'm wondering who's lighting their flames in tandem with me. One thing I like to do at Imbolc, which I may do later, is to turn everything off in the house. So the lights are off, there's no buzzing electricity, the heating's off, there's no boiler sounds, and just sit with this flame. Just me and this tiny little light. Because this is what will keep me reminded as we move forward that the light is returning to the world. The days are getting longer, the snowdrops are rising. I've seen the tiniest of buds on the trees. We may still have snow, but the hardiest shoots will get through. And I'm wondering, when the next festival comes around, and the one after that, and the one after that, where will we be? What will we have seen? What will we have felt and experienced by then? And I suspect it's similar frustrations due to the state of the world, but also as spring approaches we feel that hope, we feel that light, we hold on to this light, we hold on to the light that we have inside. I feel it with my breath. I would say the light that powers my own energy, powers my spoons, however you want to call it. But the light that threatens to go out on the darkest days. And instead of letting that light go out or grow dim, I light it here now, with you all to witness and to join me, so that when the months ahead are difficult or tricky, light the flame again. Feel it in your heart, in your head, in your centre, wherever that is. Feel the tiny heat. See the different colours in a single flame. See the wax begin to melt. I know that this candle won't last forever, but there will be others, and they'll mean different things. But this is here and now. And no matter when you do this, you will be holding your own candle and your own light in that space. And I ask for those who keep an eye on us to hold our backs, to hold our hands, to be with us in our dreams, to be with us in our waking lives, to just be with us in these uncertain times, as we are with each other. And if need be, we can call on each other, because we have this technology, we have this power. And while I would love to come and visit everybody, as always, it will happen before we know it. Time will pass. We'll look back on this. We'll look back on this moment of all of us here, sitting round the fires, we breathe together, we share our stories, we keep moving forward together. Sit with your candle. Add it to your special space, your altar space, whatever works for you, so that you can see it every day. Light it when you need to. Maybe first thing in the morning, last thing at night. This is your light. This represents the life that you have that is still going. And after this, it's time to find food and drink, preferably warm, to bring you back to the real world and our regular needs. But, as I said, to be thankful that we have food, we have drink, we have companionship. And I'll raise a glass to every one of you. Well, thank you for being here. I can't tell you how difficult it was to be doing this. Everything is hard at the moment, but as I say, still here, still with you. And life goes on. I'll see you at the next festival, everyone.